Good morning once again and welcome to EBEONADI103.5FM. Today, the third day of December 2024. Today is Tuesday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on EBEONADI103.5FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us. You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Vanguard, Punch, Daily Post, The Nation, This Day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspapers. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 6579 6599. You can as well send SMS to 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Customs officer, wife, 4 children die in Oshun fire incident. Lagos clarifies position on sachet water, denies ban. Troops destroy bandits camps, recover arms in Taraba. Task force dismisses 2 officials over theft during drug raid. Businessman threatens 2 billion naira lawsuit against the police over alleged defamatory post. Motorists lament deplorable road conditions in Kano, Kaduna, Katsina. Troops shut down over 56 illegal refining sites in a major Niger Delta crackdown. Police bust child trafficking syndicate, arrest suspect in Rivers. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps rescues abducted varsity student from ritualist. Lagos divert traffic on Marine Bridge for repair works. Mahawa highlights training in fight against drug trafficking. Sanwo-Olu urges stakeholders to explore opportunities in waste management. ICPC strengthens armed squad with advanced training in Nasarawa. Accident victims seek justice as family alleges police negligence. FEM donates learning materials, renovates classrooms at Abuja School. NFIU urges PPP to combat smuggling, financial crimes. Police reiterate ban on fireworks ahead of festive season in Imo. Para community rejects newly installed monarch amid court proceedings. Para government explains delay in November salary, bonus payments. Abuja High Court carries over 155,969 cases to new legal year. Ex-Imo commissioner files 5 million naira suit against the police for illegal detention. Obi backs tax reform, advises federal government on process. Why tax reform is important now. Presidency. Ex-government officials loses 753 units of duplexes orders to federal government. Nigeria ripe for female president, Obi of Onitsha. Burial rites not permitted during Igu Festival. Oba of Benin Palace warns residents. Go after big fish, not Yahoo boys. George tells ICPC. Nigeria surpassed better than present. Ex-Kanu governor. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper this morning. Property worth millions lost as a fire raises Ibadan market. Man, 27, arraigned for allegedly obtaining 570,000 naira by false pretenses. Federal Road Safety Corps rescues 6 victims from container accident. Brunu distributes relief materials to 63,000 flood victims. Task force dismisses 2 officials over theft during drug raid. Businessman threatens a 2 billion naira lawsuit against police over alleged defamatory post. Motorists lament deplorable road conditions in Kanu, Kaduna, Katsina. Businessman with taken this. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper this morning. FEM donates learning materials, renovates classrooms at Abuja School. NFIU urges PPP to combat smuggling, financial crimes, curbing the excesses of non-state actors. Police reiterate ban on fireworks ahead of festive season in Imo. Achebe Airport Median Trade Fair kicks off with 50 exhibitors. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS to 08138397740 or 08139256742. From the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to the leadership newspaper. Junk foods that are good for you. GDP growth doesn't mean prosperity. Mother Sacco calls for unity amid Nigerians' challenges. PF Nigeria launches restorative justice initiative. NLC demands accountability in PENCOM operations. NHYPPADEC distributes startup kits to 689 youths in Kwara. Local government autonomy. National Assembly has no reason to amend the constitution. Kalo. Wike to flag off construction of 4 new roads. Law school staff quarters. Illicit drugs seizures. Civil society organizations held customs service. Former FUHSO VC under investigation by EFCC. Zamfara youths urge NLC to embark on strike over poor governance. Christian youths urge northern leaders to embrace tax reform. Guild of Optometric advocates access to eye care resources. Nigeria approves safety. Leadership through AMGA 2024 says group. Stakeholders urge National Assembly to confirm Tinubu's nominee for NWDC chairman. Stakeholders demand Nigeria's restructuring at Anyanwu's book launch. Kogi boat mishap, tragic loss. Senator Natasha. Prioritize police welfare. Kanu government tells National Assembly. AGF's audit report not for current BAP administration. Julius Berger, wholly owned Nigerian company, stole 15,042 currently on HIV/AIDS treatment in Sokoto. National Hospitals IGR hits 500 million naira monthly. HIV, AIDS, and human rights. Ekiti urban renewal policy to bet business hubs from slums. The issue of electricity. Federal government makes case for women in detention. Senate, NUC calls for establishment of more varsities. Kanu lawmaker rejects Tinubu's tax bills, says they are anti-masses. Minimum wage. NLC draws a battle with 6 states. Pressure mounts over tax reform bills. Inflationary pressure hamper business operations. Inflationary pressures hamper business operations. 753 duplexes forfeited as EFCC makes unprecedented single largest asset recovery in Abuja. Social entrepreneurs urged to drive community development. Public office holders urged to emulate Ogunlo's service to humanity. Muslim community rejects a proposed Sayawa chiefdom in Tafawa Balewa. YOC EBEON Nigeria endorses Ekene Dirichukwu as African Icon of Hope, Leadership, Company of the Year 2024, Af- Avstel Communications Limited, Leadership, Oil and Gas Local Content Champion of the Year 2024, ACO Engineering Limited. Still on the stories, making the headlines on the Leadership newspaper this morning. Tinubu government pushes for increased investment in Niger Delta as NDEIS holds economic investment summit in Rivers. Zulum lied. Tax reforms won't scrap Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Naseni, NITDA, Presidency, APC, Delta Central Chairman reject Apeke as a party's acting state chair. 70% of Nigerians have rejected bribes in 2023, says ICPC chairman. Delta North APC endorses Obibo as acting party chair. Makinde approves increase of 70% budgetary allocation for people living with disabilities. HIV AIDS 15,042 receiving treatment in Sokoto. Wike to flag off construction of 4 new roads. Law school staff quarters in FCT. Army deactivates 56 illegal refining sites in Niger Delta. Governor Sani presents 790 billion naira 2025 budget proposal to Kaduna Assembly. Nollywood actress Nons Mirage to launch dating app for singles. Borrowing attached to developmental projects in order, says Aduwo. Borrowing attached to developmental projects in order, says Aduwo. Opeboro swears in 3 judges left out by Obaseki administration. Adeboye condemns arrest of RCCG pastor abroad for ladies and gentlemen greetings. Kanu Assembly kicks against Tinubu's tax reform bills. Minimum wage. Workers begin 1 week warning strike in Kaduna. Low productivity hindering growth of Kano agric sector. Governor Yusuf, it's better to have 774 thieves than one big thief. Oshomole backs local government autonomy. Business person of the year 2024, Benedict Peters, a catalyst for hope in Africa's energy ecosystem. That's the much we can take from the Leadership newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Vanguard newspaper. Obi of Onisha to politicians, stop milking Nigeria like a cow, it will soon dry up. EFCC secures final forfeiture of 753 Abuja estate duplexes. State governments split over tax reform bills. Obi of Onisha, we've taken this. Protected tax reform. Don't be in a rush. Hold public hearing. P2B tells the federal government. State government. Police rescue 4 children from traffickers. Arrest 2 suspects. Tax reform bill will benefit low-income earners. Kogi revenue boss. Opeboro swears in 3 judges ending 17 months delay. Tinubu can pass tax bills, but Nigerians will bear consequences. Zulum warns. Local government autonomy. Inadequate funding remains major obstacles. Speaker Abbas. 6 networking strategies for December gatherings. Why we must empower girl child. P2B, Okonjo-Iweala, Akinwunmi, and other Nigerians holding top positions in global institutions. Amnesty reports on killing of end bad governance protesters misleading police. No plan to use Alpha Beta, other consultants for tax collection. Oyedele. Customs soldiers attack residents over video recording. Go after bigger fish, not Yahoo boys. Appeal court judge tells anti-corruption agents. Custom officer, wife, 4 children die in early morning inferno. Customs soldiers, we've taken this. Police arrest lady for allegedly human trafficking. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Health worker, husband, three children told to leave UK after sponsor loses license. My wife led a good life and left triumphantly. Governor Eno. And that's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. From the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. Federal government protests Nigeria armies approved by ICC. ICPC attorneys general meet to deepen anti-graft war. 7 persons, not 24, died during hunger protests. Police tell Amnesty. NEMA distributes relief materials to Kanu flood victims. Abakoba harps on power devolution. Military foils a terror attack on Zamfara villages kills calls. Why I swore in three judges rejected by Obaseki, Opeboro. Nigeria seeks South Africa support for G20 BRICS membership. 15,000 children die of AIDS-related illnesses in 2023. NACA. EFCC seizes 753 duplex estates, hides ex-government top shot identity. Senate. NUC canvasses creation of more varsities. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. 2027 APC dismisses threat by alleged splinter group. Adeleke promises better life for Osun workers. ASU hails Opeboro for reinstating sacked varsity workers. Navy warns officers against indiscipline, corruption. Federal government committed to addressing environmental problems. Minister. Abia retires urge. Abia retirees urge OT to offset pension arrears. Minimum wage strike. Nwifuru fumes as three states FCT grounded. UNFIA to empower 75,500 traditional medicine practitioners. Ajayi to appeal ruling upholding Aiyedatiwa deputy's candidacy. LASMA sensitizes motorists to safe driving. ICPC returns diverted ambulances to Sokoto Hospital. Tax reform. PDP. Others urge talks as a presidency defense bill. Lagos trains 2,500 in tech vocational skills. Lagos state government empowers 150 senior citizens. EFCC secures largest asset recovery as ex-government official forfeits 753 Abuja duplexes. Ekiti plans financial support for businesses. Ex-First Lady hails mother's woes. Stakeholders advocate improved funding for indigenous research. National Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission empowers graduates with vocational kits in Para. Deputy Senate President donates 1,000 motorcycles to Kano Police. Seba Lancet begins preventive health care with new reference lab. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Tax reform bill. We need senators like Ndume, Senator Uzo Kalo. Nigerians are hungry. Tinubu detached from reality. APC chieftain or not Basa. Prioritizing children's health. Key to eliminating AIDS by 2030. TACA. August protest. Police deny claims by Amnesty International as IGP orders Commissioner of Police to investigate. Northern governors again Northern governors against tax reforms, bills lazy, responsible for insecurity, Shinkafi. Bauchi APC elders decry escalating hardship. Over 50,000 living with HIV/AIDS in Kogi, KOSACA. Benue people with disabilities decry lack of access to public buildings. FCT teachers embark on strike 3 days to end terminal exams. Emulate Obasanjo, Jonathan, withdraw tax reform bill. Kwankwaso tells Tinubu, remit 12 billion naira loans deducted from workers' salaries creditors to Nigerian government. Benue, Governor Alia appoints Andoka special advisor on local government bureau. And that's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI103.5FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS on 08138397740 or 08139256742. From the Daily Post newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. Body celebrates 35 years of impact in Nigeria. Minister gets kudos for gender-based violence efforts. Ex-beauty queen pays fines of 5 inmates. Coronation Insurance reports 2.2 billion naira profit at 66th annual general meeting. Publisher urges Nigerians to contribute to development. Foreign investors should prioritize Nigeria. Party hails NUJ chief. Obibo gets nod as Delta APC share. Council polls conduct disgraceful. Council polls conduct disgraceful, says Speaker Abbas. 23 surprising facts about Tinubu's tax reform that could change everything. Nigeria, South Africa to deepen ties in infrastructure, mining, others. Court throws out Ajayi's suit seeking disqualification of Ayedatiwa's deputy. Opeboro inaugurates 3 judges. Governor reinstates varsity lecturers. Oyo government okays over 70% of budget increase for persons with disabilities. Lagos agencies intensifies non-smoking campaign. Tinubu's policies will correct the past mistakes. Still on the stories, making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Bureau to present checks to beneficiaries. F1 League elects officers. What gave Ayedatiwa victory? Group hails Nimasa's chief. Minimum wage strike shuts down government offices in Kaduna, Nasarawa FCT area offices. Celebrating Niger Delta Development Commission's rice harvest in Edo community. Bank empowering customers to give out over 20 million naira at 10th giveaway season. Partial compliance greets poly teachers strike. 200 youths for 2024 Maktab Forum in Abuja. Nigeria National Hajj Commission of Nigeria gets committee to for housing, food servicing, screening. National Hajj Commission of Nigeria gets committee for housing, food service screening. Lenders to federal government pays a 12 billion naira loan given to civil servants. Nigeria asks ICC to stop unfair probe of its military. Inspector General of Police dismisses artificial intelligence report on hardship protests. Presidency debunks claims of scrapping key agencies in tax reform. Federal government raises 2025 HIV response fund. High Court Chief Judge decries undue attack on judicial officers. MBS economy records 3.46% growth in quarter three. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to this day newspaper. Oyedele, we will not withdraw tax reform bills. Committee ready to engage stakeholders. Federal government's $1.7 billion Euro bond unsubscribed at $9.1 billion, a sign of investors' confidence in ongoing reforms. Matawale, Tinubu's northern pillar on the scale. Matawale, Tinubu's northern pillar on the scale. Tinubu's tax reform bills and other stories. The trial of Yahaya Bello. Presidency, no provision will impoverish North in tax bills. Port Harcourt refinery operational, trucking out products daily, says facilities managing director. Ohaneze joins Southwest, South-South, North Central in backing Tinubu's tax bills, facing stiff local competition. Cement maker Holcim Is Nigeria sells Lafarge to Chinese firm for $1 billion. Barrow tackles critics of tax bills, says many lawmakers don't understand their content. Barrow tackles critics of tax bills, says many lawmakers don't understand their content. Sexual assault, appeal court acquits Dr. Olale. Bami says BRT bus murder case suffers another delay. Nigerian-led WAPP declares electricity supply fundamental human right. You're listening to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have Ebona at the 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach Ebona at the 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. Ebona at the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages, feature on magazines, photo books and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebona at the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Omunike Boys inside the Ovin Residency Hotel, Ogidi.
There is boy child, Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day. Christmas
Christmas this year, 2024, is going to be off the hook.
Where are my choristers?
Kedu ndị ụka anyị ikwu ukwe na-amasị?
As EBEONADI103.5FM presents EBEONADI Christmas Carol of 9 Lessons live performance
Featuring
Sion Choir and Teresa Catholic Church, Umuohia.
Our Ladies Catholic Church Choir Ogidi and the St. Michael and All Angels Anglican Church Choir Ogidi.
EBEONADI on-air personalities and many choristers.
Nakwa ndị ọzọ.
It is happening at the Open Residency Hotel, Ogidi, which will take place on the 15th of December 2024. The Christmas Carol party will start by 2 o'clock.
For inquiries and sponsorship, please call us on 080-657-96599.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM, Christmas Carol. Come, let's worship Christ the Lord, the season of love.
Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day. Nne, maka disco ya na-agba egwu. Dada yi nsogbu.
EBEONADI 103.5FM. Napakowa production. Police for vigilante. Now my business. When I was telling you, AJ radio drama, there we go. AJ radio drama, here we go. Gonna every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. With broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, EBEONADI 103.5 FM.
If you move, I finish your business.
Amara mi le wa di la mo. Ko ma ku na ka do na ma ko na ya ni ko na ye. Nke ka ku ke mo na ala ma hu ku na ya mo le si.
Residency Hotels Leofin Ogidi. Ogidi's #1 place for all type of events. Burunia Dewa from corporate to social gathering or any type of parties, even end of year parties on the club. We have air-conditioned hall and outdoor space of a very good capacity. When Nebiano come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel Leofin Ogidi. If you are somebody with a zibote taste, when Emmanuel back in the I want delicious meals, drinks and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081-45-67-8901. One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of why. Residency Hotels Leofin Ogidi, Ogidi's best place for premium events. Ask for an amagoroge, Mwakoziano Behaki. Everything,
in the world of sports, the excitement no be here, whether a match day for Premier League, Serie A, Italian Arab League, talking about the tiki-taka in the field of play for sports and for EBEONADI 103.5 FM, we could give insights for other sports like basketball, boxing, mixed martial arts, track and field. For EBEONADI sports we dey yarn you as they be for the world sport with better activities. Make you join me, Abdullahi Ahmed, on EBEONADI 103.5 FM for your sports for every Wednesday by 3 p.m. and every Friday by 1 p.m. We go start on December 4th, Wednesday.
Ogidi Kwenu, Ndogidi Kwenu. Adogidi Beauty Show is here again. Adogidi 2024. Now, are you up to 18 and above? Register now and win up to 1 million naira. Ebunwa land or Wadiana. Come and represent your heritage where beauty, brain, and culture blends, empowering the women, enhancing excellence, beauty with a purpose, supporting education, and securing a future. For forms and inquiries, please call or WhatsApp 080-6329-0766 or 090-13566-263. Social media platforms at Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at Adogidi Beauty Pageants. Forms are available at all residency hotels nationwide. And the deadline for the registration is on the 10th of December 2024. Adogidi Beauty Pageant Show. Don't miss out. Arise. Kunye. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Are you oppressed? And another giheginique, is there anything that belongs to you that is forcefully taken away from you? Worry no more. So nyeremu bunnemeko yinyago no know your right. Ubos is Saturday obula ngwa 1 p.m. We're also biana kendi human rights debt. Nebo na adina 103.5 FM Ogidi. Kikola iha kwesirima in order to secure your right. Mabu bomona reference na 08065796599. Stand for your right. Don't let anyone oppress you. Makana eme ngwa eme ya rodachi. Yabi ihe mmemme know your right. Ga-amalite n'ụbọchị Saturday, being 7th of December 2024. Stand up for your right.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS on 08138397740, or you send SMS on 08139256742. We are on to this day newspaper. Federal government's $1.7 billion Euro bond oversubscribed at $9.1 billion sign of investors' confidence in ongoing reforms. Barral tackles critics of tax bills, says many lawmakers don't understand their content. CBN raises 11.29 trillion naira via NTBS as 364-day yield hits 23.5%. Dangote Cement overtakes Airtel, 11 others as most capitalized stock on NGX. BAT Nigeria wins MAN NESREAS Award for Environmental Excellence. After selling Nigeria's onshore oil assets, Eni buys 4 offshore blocks in Cote d'Ivoire. Nigeria-led WAPP declares electricity supply fundamental human rights. As appeal court resolves Rivers political crisis, who will tell President Tinubu? Obasani moving fast on all fronts. Akpabio was the real worth of a political office as trial of ex-Kogi Governor Bello begins. Gbajabiamila's incredible work ethic. Ugbaja, expanding frontiers of NAUTH's healthcare services. And that's the most we can take from this day newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from this day newspaper, will flip over to Nigerian Tribune. ICPC boss advocates stronger accountability systems in Northwest states. Diaspora real estate decks to address unique needs of Nigerians abroad. Lagos government. Lagos committed to create employment opportunities for students with skills. Sanwo-Olu. UNICEF calls for urgent action as child poverty, malnutrition rise in Nigeria. Outgoing University of Benin Vice Chancellor decries inadequate funding, lack of personnel. Group asks federal government to approve past UCH management over incessant power outage. Financial autonomy, NGF, state assemblies pledge support for local government administratives. Financial autonomy, NGF, state assemblies face devastation from banditry, hunger, Kanu official. DAME award, continue raising banner of media excellence. Makinde Hills Tribune editor, Olagunju. NICOM, ICRC partner to ensure PPP projects. Speaker Abbas pushes for training hubs to boost entrepreneurship governance. Oba of Benin announces 2024 Igu Festival bans burial activities. That's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. That will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of newspaper headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS on 081 7740 or 081 Now we flip over to our WhatsApp portal. On our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from Agonabo. He's joining us from Pofa Aglozibo, and he says, "In Nigeria, we all expect the day that the Lord will visit us with a leader and not a ruler, who will lead us with example and with a sure heart. We are watching as things unfold." Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Agonabo from Pofa Aglozibo. Also on our WhatsApp portal, we have this message. It's coming from Famous Christian. He's joining us from Ipite Village, Aguluzibo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have a message. This one is coming from Valentine Edene from Umpo, and he says, Oshomolo spoke well. One big thief is more than 774 local government thieves. This means that 36 big thieves, let alone 109 big thieves, are more than 300 million thieves in the country, which means big thieves supposed to give big punishment, not in the other way around. Valentine Edene from Umpo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, on our SMS portal, we have this message. It's coming from Honorable Onyedika Osakwe, and he's joining us from Ogidi. He says, is it that the federal government is not aware of all these brigadage, being perpetrated by the bandits and the terrorists on a daily basis. They are only having interest in loan and tax. Yahya Bello, a study case for EFCC. We are watching. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. But I think he continued and he says, all the borrowed funds are being used for frivolities as no tangible issue has been tackled with it. APC as a party, APC as a party should be ashamed of themselves as they have led the nation to the state of no return, and yet they are clamping for more power. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Honorable Onyedeka Osakwe from Ogidi. Still on our SMS portal this morning, we have this message is coming from Ogochukwu Ifechukwu from Ogidi, and she says, Labour Congress is interested only about the minimum wage. But they supposed to do something about the fuel subsidy first. Okay, Ogochukwu Ifechukwu, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our SMS portal, we have this message is coming from Fidelis. He says, okay, Fidelis, I had the no. He says, help me tell Nigerian army to reserve dismissed soldiers who did not commit this rigorous offense such as thief, rape, and murder. I am one of them. Should join Boko Haram or known gunmen. Okay, I had the honor. Fidelis of 176 Guards Battalion, Bakwarada, Abuja. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Your message is sent. Well, this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning once it's 7 o'clock. So keep a date and don't touch the dial of EBEONADI103.5 FM once it's 8:20 this morning. We'll be back with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a wonderful morning.
The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have Ebona, the 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach Ebona, the 103.5 FM, Ogidi today to document your event. Ebona, the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebona the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunike Boys inside the Open Residency Hotel, Ogidi.
There is for child, Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day.
Christmas this year 2024 is going to be off the hook.
Where are my choristers?
Kedu ndị ụka anyị ikwu ukwe na-amasị?
As EBEONADI103.5FM presents EBEONADI Christmas Carol of 9 Lessons live performance
Featuring
Senior Choir and Teresa Catholic Church, Umuohia.
Our Ladies Catholic Church Choir Ogidi and the St. Michael and All Angels Anglican Church Choir Ogidi.
EBEONADI on-air personalities and many choristers.
Nakwa ndị ọzọ.
It is happening at the Open Residency Hotel, Ogidi, which will take place on the 15th of December 2024. The Christmas Carol party will start by 2 o'clock.
For inquiries and sponsorship, please call us on 080-657-96599.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM, Christmas Carol. Come, let's worship Christ the Lord, the season of love.
Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day.
Mgbe maka disco ya na-agba egwu. Dada yiri nsogbu.
EBEONADI 103.5FM. Napapoa Production.
My business.
Women will tell you AJ radio drama. There we go. Akụkọ ihe AJ radio drama Eriko Ghana every Monday 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday 3 o'clock p.m. Now, EBEONADI 103.5 FM.
If you move by finish your business,
Amara mi re wa di amo. Ko na ka do na na ko na ni ko na ai. Nke ka ku ja wala ala ma wuzu na ya ma ole si.
Ekokwana ka call big guy call. Residency Hotels Leofino Ogidi. Ogidi's #1 place for all type of events. Burunia Dewa from corporate to social gathering or any type of parties, even end of year parties from the club. We have air-conditioned hall and outdoor space of a very good capacity. When Nebiano come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel Leofino Ogidi. If you are somebody with a zibote taste, when Emmanuel back in the I want delicious meals, drinks and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081-45-67-8901. One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of why. Residency Hotels Leofino Ogidi or Ogidi's best place.
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Right here, the subscribe button right here. You rock. Darling.